The first one is Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin served as Malaysia's 8th Prime Minister from March 2020 to August 2021. He born in Muar, Johor in 1947. He graduated from the University of Malaya with a degree in Economics and Malay Studies. He entered politics in 1978 and held major roles including Minister of Education and Deputy Prime Minister. He co-founded Bersatu in 2016 after being removed from office for criticizing the 1MDB scandal. In 2020, following the Sheraton move, he was appointed a Prime Minister. His leadership was defined by the COVID-19 pandemic, where he introduced lockdowns and stimulus package. However, his administration faced criticism for inconsistent policies and a lack of transparency, leading to his resignation in August 2021 after losing majority support in Parliament. Next is Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri YAAKOB. Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri YAAKOB became the 9th Prime Minister in August 2021. He born in Temerloh, Pahang in 1960. He holds a law degree from the University of Malaya and began his political journey in 1987. He served as Minister of Defence and briefly as Deputy Prime Minister before taking over the Premiership. During his term, he focused on managing the pandemic through a rapid national vaccination program, helping Malaysia achieve one of the highest immunization rates in Southeast Asia. He also introduced the Keluarga Malaysia initiative promoting unity among Malaysia's diverse communities. Despite his effort, political instability led to the dissolution of a parliament in October 2022, paving the way for the 15th general election.
Now, I will explaining about the key administrative actions taken during the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly under the leadership of Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. The first and most significant step was the introduction of the Movement Control Order (MCO), which was officially announced for a 2-week period starting on 18 March 2020. This drastic measure was taken to curb the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Under the MCO, there was a comprehensive ban on all movement and mass gathering, including religious, sport, social, and cultural events. All places of worship and most business premises were ordered to close, except for essential services such as supermarkets, public markets, and grocery stores that sell daily necessity. In the education sector, all schools and higher learning institutions were also closed. Meanwhile, travel restrictions were implemented. Malaysians returning from overseas were required to undergo a mandatory of 14 days quarantine, and the entry of foreign tourists was completely prohibited. These measures were introduced to stop the virus from spreading further and to protect public health. Next, the government also launched the National COVID-19 Immunization Program, better known as PICK, on 24th February 2021. This was the largest vaccination effort in Malaysian history. The program used 5 types of vaccine: Pfizer, Sinovac, AstraZeneca, CanSino, and Sinopharm. To build public confidence, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin himself was the first person to receive the Pfizer vaccine. To make the vaccination process more efficient, the MySejahtera app was used for vaccine registration, appointment tracking, and health monitoring. During the first phase, Malaysia was recognized as one of the fastest countries in administering vaccines, with an injection rate of over 500,000 doses per day. This shows the government's strong commitment to protecting public health and moving the country toward recovery. Thank you. Next, I will pass to the next person.
Now, we're moving on to the Malaysia post-COVID-19. where government started to introduce several initiatives during the pandemic recovery phase and propose long-term solutions that aim to rebuild the nation socially and economically. The COVID-19 pandemic caused not only a health crisis but also deeply impacted our economy, education, and people's livelihood. In response, several strategic programs were introduced to ensure recovery and resilience for the future. Let's begin with 3 key government initiatives launched during the pandemic. First, the Peranti Siswa Keluarga Malaysia program. Introduced under Prime Minister ISMAIL Sabri's administration, this initiative provides free tablets to B40 students enrolled in higher education. It addressed the digital divide by equipping financially struggling students with devices to support their online learning during lockdowns. Second, the National COVID-19 Immunization Program, or PIC. The government introduced booster vaccine campaigns starting in October 2021. This helped protect public health, enable herd immunity, and ultimately allow the reopening of the economy. Third, the Bantuan Keluarga Malaysia, or BKM, was a direct cash assistance program. It supported low and middle income households impacted by job losses and wage cuts. Eligible families received up to 2,000 ringgit to help ease financial burdens and cover basic needs. This initiative later evolved into Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah to address the ongoing economic challenges nowadays. That's all for my part. I pass to the next presenter.
Today, I would like to present about implication faced in nation building. There are 2 of implication. First one is healthcare system reform and the second one is digital transformation. So, I will start with the first one, which is healthcare system reform. The crisis in Malaysia led to a quick restructuring of the healthcare system, especially with regard to the use of digital tools. The application has developed into an important digital health platform after being initially used for contact tracing and health declaration. The Malaysian government established MySejahtera in April 2020 as an initiative between the Ministry of Health, which is MOH, the National Security Council, which is NSC, and the Malaysian Administrative Modernisation and Management Planning Unit. Its major goal was to allow early identification of COVID-19 disease, facilitate tracking of contact, and monitor quarantine compliance. However, its capability quickly expanded to include vaccination appointment, healthcare screening, risk status updates, COVID-19 test result, and the last one is printing of digital vaccination certificates. This convenience reduced overcrowding at healthcare institutions and restrict a physical contact, which helped to control the virus while providing important service. The second one is digital transformation. Global digital transformation was sparked by the COVID-19 pandemic, which forced countries to quickly adopt new technology in order to preserve continuity across lots of industry. The outbreak of the pandemic forced the closure of educational facilities, resulting in a fast transition to online learning. The Malaysian government, along with other involved parties, launched steps to help promote this transformation. For example, the Ministry of Education created the Learning from Home initiative, which gives students access to online resources and platforms. To carry out instruction remotely, educational institutions turned into applications like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Classroom. Online learning gives students the opportunity to attend classes from any place, removing the need for a move, and the last one is allowing them to learn at their own pace.
Challenge faced in nation building. The first one is economic downturn. The COVID-19 pandemic severely impacted Malaysia's economy, with the MCO forcing many businesses, especially small and medium enterprises, to close or cut operation, leading to the job loss, reduced income, and lower tax revenue. Government aid like Prihatin and Penjana offer short-term relief, but moving forward, Malaysia needs a stronger and more resilient economy to handle future challenges. The next point is education disruption. The sudden move to online learning revealed serious digital gap, especially for students in rural and low-income areas who lack internet access and device, making it hard to stay engaged. Teachers also face challenge adapting to online platforms to ensure equal learning for all, The government must strengthen digital access to provide better tools and training for students and educators. And the last point is poor SOP compliance. While SOP compliance was strong early in the pandemic, it declined over time due to changing rules, misinformation, and public fatigue. Vaccine doubt and unfair enforcement further reduce trust. To regain unity and cooperation, Malaysia must provide clear communication, consistent rules, and fair enforcement for everyone.
There are several key solutions that can help Malaysia recover and grow stronger in the post-pandemic era. Firstly, provide subsidies for SMEs. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, the Malaysian government had to implement the movement control order to prevent the virus from spreading. However, this caused major disruptions, especially to small and medium enterprise, or SMEs, who had to halt operations, leading to serious financial issues. As the economy slowly recovers, it's crucial that the government continues to support SMEs to ensure they remain active contributors to the country's economy. One effective way to do this is by implementing a tight subsidy framework tailored to micro, small, and medium enterprise. Micro SMEs should be given direct grants and easy access to funding. Small businesses can receive matching grants and authority rebate to help reduce costs, and medium enterprise could benefit from tax relief or R&D, exports, and ESG initiative. These subsidies should focus on strategic sectors like manufacturing, agriculture, halal export, the digital economy, and tourism. The funds can come from a dedicated portion of the national budget and partnership with GLCs, banks, and global organizations. Regular monitoring and inclusive outreach, especially to rural businesses, will ensure transparency and long-term sustainability. Next, we're going to look at the education. The pandemic has shown us that technology is no longer optional, it is essential for learning. Platforms like Google Classroom and Microsoft Teams allow teachers and students to continue lessons from home. Even tools like ChatGPT have helped students find information more quickly and efficiently. To move forward, the Malaysian government needs a holistic digital learning strategy, one that ensures access, quality, and sustainability. This includes expanding high-speed internet access to all schools, especially in rural areas, providing devices like laptops and tablets to both students and teachers, equipping classrooms with smart tools like projectors and interactive whiteboards. Beyond hardware, we need personalized and inclusive technology like AI and learning analytics to adapt lessons to each student's progress. We should also support mobile-friendly content so learning isn't limited to computers alone. Finally, teacher training is essential. Workshops, online communities, and help desks will help teachers adapt and thrive in this digital landscape. That's all for my part. I pass to the next presenter.
Next, I will talk about poster awareness from every department ministry and remind notification. One of the most effective but frequently overlooked tactics in this communication closet is the setting up of poster and reminder message from every government department and ministry. This innovation proved essential for directing the general population, delivering credible information, and ensuring nationwide compliance with safety regulation. For example, the Ministry of Health, which is MOH, created a series of posters highlighting critical preventative measures such as a proper mask wearing practice, hand cleanliness procedure, and physical distancing rules. At the same time, reminder notification delivered via mobile application, SMS, and email act as a real-time reminder of strengthening the message. Poster and digital reminder work together to cover physical and visual place, ensuring that no one went uninformed, no matter where they live. In the modern era, where people are constantly overwhelmed with information from all sides, poster and reminder notification are essential because they are clear, simple to read and understand, and reach everyone quickly.
To conclude, both Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin and Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri led Malaysia during a very difficult time, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin focused on stopping the virus with a lockdown and started the vaccination program. He also gave a financial aid to help people and businesses survive. Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri continue those efforts by spending up a vaccination and introducing a program like a Prantisiswa, which give a tablets to students, and Bantuan Keluarga Malaysia, which provide cash to help a family. Even though there were many challenges, their leadership helped Malaysia stay strong and recover. We learned that good leadership, quick decisions, and caring for the people are very important for the country's future.